Alright, we're gonna put this door in the back of the shop, and so I'm gonna have to do a little bit of framing in. And what we've done is at the top, drilled a little hole at the top corner through the metal so that we'll know where to cut on the outside, and drilled a hole at the bottom same way so we'll know where the concrete is outside. So I got a frame in, so I just cut this out. Got two more to cut. I'm gonna cut one down there and one at the top so that we can get a 2x4 in here to have something to attach this to. I guess that's it for now. Alright, here's the outside, and there's the hole that we drilled through on the top, and there's one that we drilled through at the bottom, and of course over here is the other corner, and then one at the top. But the bottom is so high, that's where the concrete ends, right there. So it's so high that I'm gonna have to knock some off the door. So I'm gonna knock about 1.5 inches off the door so that we can get a little more room at the top for it to swing, because it's gonna swing out. But so we're gonna drop this down 1.5 inches and then go across. So that hole there, I'll just have to repair that hole. And then we still got to cut that straight across with the concrete. We're going to drop that down and cut the bottom of the frame off. Alright, I guess that's it for now. As you can tell down here, the concrete's going to be way down there, so we got 1.5 inches that I need to cut off of the end here, off this. So I'll take about 1.5 inches off of that, set the door down onto the concrete or real close to it, and then we can slide this whole frame into the hole that we're cutting. We're going to cut the hole right there and straight on up, about 1.5 inches below that hole, so that we can cut the bottom of this off and drop it down. Alright, now I'm going to get to cutting on that. I guess that's it for now. Alrighty, I've got my 2x4 in here almost. There it goes all the way back. Now we got something for the door to screw to or attach to all the way down. And then we can attach the outside to the 2x4 also. When we move this door, we can attach this 2x to this 1x, which is attached to the 4x4 post. So this 1x is held in there by screws. But anyway, alright, got the 2x in, so we know where it's at. Got to cut 1.5 inches off the bottom of the door, and then 1.5 inches from the top where that hole is. Got to go down 1.5 inches and then slide this door unit back in there. Alright, and I got to get something, a header, to go from that 2x over to that 4x, but I can't do it until the door gets cut off at the bottom. So I get to cut the bottom off, which will lower the door, and then I can run a header across. the top. Alright. So far so good. I got the 1x cut and the 2x frame side on. And we're going to attach it to the 4x4 post on that side. Alright, I guess that's it for now. Let's cut the bottom of the frame off, or the door jamb off, and then go from there. Alright. Alright, I put me some 4x4 or 2x4 blocks. Attached it to the 1x4s that are running between the 4x4 posts here. Of course, this one I had to cut, so. But this is what I'm going to attach my 2x4. I'm going to attach it to these whenever I get the door moved. So I got to move the door out, cut the bottom, attach this to the side, and then we need to cut the metal on the outside and then slide the door right back in it. Alright, I guess that's it for now. Alright, I got my door out of the way now. And I got that 2x4 anchored to this and this in 3 different places. So it's a good stout 2x. And then I'll put a header across the top, and then we'll cut the hole. But right now I got to cut these off and then go outside and take some screws off so this will fall. Alright, so I can get that wood out, because the door is going to go all the way through past the metal. So all this has got to come out, and then I got to cut on the outside metal all the way down and all the way across, and then just slide the door unit right off into the hole. Alright, let me get these right here cut right quick. Alrighty, pull these screws out. That's what was holding the boards on the inside. Got all them out. Here's where the door is going to be, right along here. So I screwed these, put the screws right back in to the 2x4 on the inside, all the way down. So the metal is onto the 2x4, and then when we cut this part off, this will already be attached to the 2x4, and we won't have to worry about it flopping while we're cutting. Now there's the top, but I gotta go down 1.5 inches, or 1 3/8, I guess. Half and 2 more, or 1.5 inches. And anyway, there's the top. I gotta drop it down because I cut the bottom off the door. And I guess that's it. All we need now is to cut it out. I got to get a straight edge and mark it. And other than that, I guess we're ready to cut. Alright, here's where I took the screws out, and my boards fell down. So I got, there we go. Get those out of the way, and there's the opening right now. And the metal's attached to the 2x4 and the 4x4. I got to get a header up at the top, and then all we got to do is cut metal and take it out and slide the door in. Alright, I guess that's it for now. Alright, I got my header up there, and it's attached to the side with some 3-inch screws. And so if I measure right, and this is still a pretty tight wire, so we're gonna have to move it to get that in there, but then it'll be fine once it gets up there. It's got just enough to go around. then we can slide the door inside. So all we need now is to go outside, mark it, and cut it out. Just got to watch this corner while we're cutting, so we want to cut most everything else. And then get to this corner, and somebody's got to be inside to watch the wire while somebody cuts outside. Anyway, the last project, I guess, is to get that metal cut. So, as soon as I can find somebody who can do that. I don't know whether I need to be doing that. Anyway, I guess that's it for now. Alright, got the hole cut. I'm sorry I didn't video that, but two of us had our hands full and I didn't think about it. But anyway, I got the door slid into the slot and it looks pretty good. I'm gonna have to do a little shimming down there because you can see light at the bottom of the door but not at the top. So on this side I want to shim up a little bit. I'll show you how to do that here in just a second. Alright, let me put these in there. See if that ain't about right. You see that? Yeah. Alright, I got two more shims, and I don't want to beat them in there and spread this out. I just want them there to keep me from putting this screw in and moving this this part. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go right through the shims. Alright, got it good and tight. And the gap is the same all the way down, so that means your door didn't move. The gap in the center of the door didn't move. And I'm going to do the same thing at the bottom. I'm going to put a screw in down there. Oh. Put me a screw in here to keep these from going anywhere. There we go. Now I have to take a saw and just cut those off. And this is attached to this. Alright, there's what the outside looks like. We could put a piece of trim right along there with some caulk. Trim and caulk at the top and the side. And I'll have to cut that off. So I'll break it off. And then do something with the bottom of the door. Probably put a sweep on the inside just to keep the outside elements out of the building. And anyway, on the outside of the door, looks like that right there. Alright. We got a lean-to back here. So now we got a shade back in the back where we can get cooler air inside. Alright, I guess that's it for now. That's how you install a door. Sorry I didn't show you how we cut the metal, but this is what we used. It was a Black & Decker grinder. And here's what's left of that 7-inch wheel after cutting that door. So it took a little while, so I got to get another wheel. It got down to a point where we couldn't use it anymore, and we had to end up getting a circular saw with the with a metal blade on it to finish it up. Anyway, that's how you cut the metal with this. And like I said, I wished I'd have showed you, and I didn't. Both of us had our hands full, so me blocking the sparks from coming in and pushing the wire back where he was cutting. We had some electrical wire at the top I had to push back while he was cutting up in that area, and so it just took both of us to do. And I broke my my stand for my camera, and so I didn't have no place to put it. But anyway, that's what we cut it with. Doors in, and looks good, and we can get some extra air in here now, and it's cool air because it's got a lean-to in the back. So, and I guess that's all. Just about anybody can do this. So that's it for now.